What is going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video. And yes, we are here talking about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4 Android 9 Pie update review slash setup slash tour slash features. This software finally arrived on the LTE models for the United States this past Monday, which would have been April 29th, I believe. It started rolling out, matter of fact, I believe like a week or two prior to that, on several devices internationally, and then it hit the US Wi-Fi models, and then it hit Verizon and AT&T, and it finally arrived with T-Mobile this past Monday. So I've gotten a whole week to run this software, and some of the immediate things that I've came out from dealing with the Android 9 Pie update, which was much needed, by the way. I did like Android 8.1 Oreo. It was cool. It was nice reminiscing what was and appreciating what is now that I've had the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4 for so long. So we will be talking about, one of the main things that I appreciate from this software update is how fast the intelligence scan has been here on the device. You guys see me right there as a reflection. Let's go ahead and bring it back. So if I bring it up to my face here, if I swipe up, it should catch me. See how fast that was? Now on 8.1 Oreo, it was kind of slow. It was not that fast. I wish it was faster. It wasn't that fast. And it depended on the lighting, and depending on how far away it was from you, it did struggle with that. And now with the Android 9 Pie update, now seamless interactions with the intelligence scan, which is a combination of facial scan and iris scanning to detect your face to unlock the device. So thank you, Android Pie / Samsung, for improving that for here, the Tab S4. Now, this software is running stock on the Galaxy Tab S5e. For those who are wondering, it is running on that. And the software, much like, is the same or very similar with the phones such as the S10 series and any phones that pretty much came out this year from Samsung, like the A series, for example. Another thing that I've immediately noticed was the improvement in animations. They feel smoother, they feel faster, they feel more fluid. It feels like this update for the tablet specifically was tailored to the tablet. So with this real estate we get in this beautiful screen here, side note, all these the wallpapers I'm using for my lock screen and for the home screen are the Tab S5e wallpapers. I have the link in the description if you guys wanted to check those out and get those for your tablets or anything like that. So, but as I said, animations feel smoother, they feel clean. The total experience on this device feels so good with this update for the S4, the Tab S4. Excuse me while I kind of try to clean some of that more dirt off. Fingerprint magnet for sure. One thing that I do like about the S5e, not to talk about it too much, is the fact that it's matte black or matted out on the back, so you don't have to really worry about fingerprints like that. Something that can get annoying with the Tab S4, but it does make it look very premium. Now, back to talking about the S4. As I said, it updated how your device care strip looks now, which looks more seamless, more clean. The apps icons change when you update it to Pie as well. Well, they kind of updated these icons prior to the update, and then with the update, everything kind of course, refreshed itself to fully function with the Android 9 Pie update. Now, I don't understand. I wish you could get rid of the icon names, since they're not there in the docking station, but that's neither here nor there. One thing that stayed steady with either update is being able to just swipe down to check your notifications out. That game's over. Trailblazers should have won. It's okay. In-game, a beast. Continue. Now, one thing you may have noticed is my quick notification panel, night mode. Now, for this video, I may actually turn it off. If I can find it, I may just turn it off for now, just for the purposes of this video, but everything goes night mode just like the phone. So all the Samsung apps that utilize night mode is in night mode. And of course, Google has integrated dark mode or night mode in some of their apps, so of course it'll take advantage of that. But as you saw with the settings, when you swipe down, you get that much, right? And then you swipe down again, you get that much. Now I believe you swipe down, okay, so it does not utilize that per se as it does in the S10 series, but usually it says something up here like settings or something like that. But I believe in the quick notification panel, it doesn't, but it does lower everything so you can access it better with your fingers. Now you will see it when we go to settings. So if we go to settings, boom, you get that slab up here, all that space, but moving everything down so it's more accessible for your fingers and for touching. And as you guys see, it looks just like any Galaxy S10 or a new A series phones in terms of the layout of settings. Device maintenance is now device care. Digital well-being is now here. Software update looks different now. So now, you can actually click on this button to install, check for updates, as opposed to, and of course you get March 1st, 2001 security patch with the Android 9 Pie update. But now on Oreo, it just instantly started looking for your software updates when you clicked on the software updates. Now it gives you the option to actually press on it. As I said, you get digital well-being. Open that up, lets you know how long you've been on the device. Now, this device has been kind of running through 2 days, so don't mind some of this here. 9 unlocks, 95 notifications. Sounds like it's kind of a lot on the tablet, but a lot of my notifications are similar to the ones I get on my phone, and then it's just a matter of just swiping them away. In advanced features, nothing really changed with the S Pen in terms of it, being able to utilize it. With Samsung Dex, there was improvements in Samsung Dex. I have not actually got to check those out yet in terms of Samsung Dex, but I will show you guys here and actually experiment with one of the things I wouldn't say complaining about, but was a point of concern, was how the memory is used in Samsung Dex. So we'll definitely check that out. One thing I definitely noticed with the Android 9 update for the tablets 4 is battery life. Battery life is, I wouldn't say like significantly better, and I wouldn't necessarily say marginally better. I would just say it is better. It's improved in different ways. I'll run my tablet media all day, 10 hours straight or whatever, and I'll still come out with anywhere between 35% left and maybe like 15% left. And that's after just like straight 10 to 12 hours of just constantly media consumption. So that lets you know that this tablet can last a long time if you're not doing a lot of media consuming. And if you are doing it anywhere near that length of time per day or in a day, you will still have battery life at the end of the day. Charging the device fast. It does support 18-watt charging. I've noticed it's about a 15 to 30 minute difference when using 18 watts as opposed to the fast charging hub that you get within the box here that comes with the tablets 4. I use a Google fast charging hub, or wall-port, and I charge this, and I see about no more than maybe like a 30-minute increase in time or decrease in time, or improvement in time, I should say. So as opposed to like 2.5 to 3 hours, it's like 2 to 2.5 depending on when you put it on. But either way, fast charging for this device that has a 7300 milliamp battery is fast regardless, so that's dope. And not too much has changed in here, just aesthetics more or less. Now in here, you still get double tap to wake. Now, as you guys see, I'm swiping from the side here. I'm using Good Lock, the Good Lock app, which Samsung did make available for the tablets 4 prior to the Android 9 update. So I'll go into that in another video. Just for now, if you see me swiping from here, it's just because I'm using Good Lock as opposed to down here. Now, if we go into biometrics and security, not too much really changed. Security patch, as I said, not too much really changed in here. One thing that I found consistent with, see, if I swipe diagonally, it brings up recent apps. If I swipe to the side, boom. One thing I have noticed, which is consistent with the Android 9 Pie update across not just the S10 series, but even with like the Google Pixel 2, and it appears to be on multiple different devices, no matter the company, is with the experimentations with using gesture navigation, there's just some hiccups on Android. So if you haven't really quite used it, like let's just say I swipe home, there's a slight lag, and because I've kind of it's been active, it's been running, it's not going to show that dreariness when swiping. Ooh, okay. So let's try this again. So if I swipe, okay, if I swipe, boom, boom, feels pretty clean. Swipe. Now trying to swipe from this side. Okay, so it's a little clean there. This is why I like swiping from here, because it's a little faster. But there's usually a slight hiccup or lag, stutteriness, whatever you want to call it, when trying to swipe to your recent apps or swiping home. It's a slight pause, especially if you kind of haven't used it, you know, like that, or haven't been swiping home or swiping to recent. It's almost as if it goes to sleep, and then we awaken when you do it, and so it's kind of like an abrupt awakening. So I've noticed that to be kind of consistent on both devices, more so on here than the S10 in terms of like swiping to the recent apps. Swiping home has been smooth on here. Swiping home on here seems like it's still kind of working the kinks out, but it hasn't been a problem. Definitely no problem. But as you see, I'm still rocking with the gesture navigation because I just prefer it. I like to utilize my entire screen. But if we jump back into settings, so I'm just going to utilize this and swipe over here to settings, bow. We go up here with lock screen. You get more options in terms of your clock style. So you can change your clock style to several different ones and change the colors of them. You know, click on this, you can change the colors of them. That's pretty cool. I like the vertical clock. You get to change your widgets on your lock screen. So, you know, where the time is, swiping left or right, you can select the ones you want to use. I just have my music controls and weather. I have that active on my phone as well. If you swipe to recent apps one more time. All right. Da. And if we go to display, if my doggone autofocus stops jumping, because it wants to focus on my hand. All right, so adaptive brightness is now here. I haven't had no issues with adaptive brightness. You get night mode, which I currently have off right now, but I rock, period. In terms of screen mode, you get adaptive display, AMOLED cinema, AMOLED photo, basic, and then in adaptive display, you can already, you know, adjust your white balance. And I have mine set in neutral. It's not a big deal. And if you click on advanced, if it lets me, you can change the white balance there as well. So that's nice. Okay, I did not see. Now you want to act up when the camera's on. You got font, navigations. You can also have gesture hints on here as well if you was to use that. If I had my button order, I would choose that. So we've seen that with the current or recent smartphone devices from Samsung. In terms of home screen, not too much really has changed. Most of this you're gonna see on the S10 series, the newest A series from Samsung, in terms of how Android 9 is. So this is not a bad thing at all. I'm not mad at that because I like it. And with the screen real estate you get on here, it feels like they did a good job of, you know, building this out for this device. If you see up here in the corner of my device here, you still keep your booster up at the top, like your data booster. When you're downloading stuff from the Play Store, it will increase the speed and the data throughput, so it downloads that much faster, depending on the size of, you know, whatever you're using, so, or whatever you're downloading. So that being said, swipe up, still get the same kind of layout here, you know what I mean. Now if we go into Samsung Dex, we will see, I'll click on that. I like the animation, Samsung Dex. Oh, they actually changed it, and they changed how all of this actually responded here in. Oh wow, so now everything's kind of sectioned off. So this is something brand new to me. Instead of being one streamline or one near streamlined strip bar down here, a status bar. Now everything's kind of grouped off. So if we click on this button here, as you see, notifications kind of come over here. My weather widget is not going anywhere, but you can still swipe away on stuff that you may not care about, and then just kind of click over here to get out of it. Bring up all your quick notification, or basically your quick notification panel down now here in the sub menu on the strip bar and Dex. You still get everything, and if you have dark mode or night mode on, it will shift it back to black. So not a big deal. Let's see here. And as you see, I have to kind of peer around the camera so I can actually show you guys some things, because the one thing I don't like in Samsung Dex is everything is really small and really teeny. So that gets very, very annoying. And it looks like I'm missing a lot of apps that I need to put back here. But see, some of the stuff is big and some of it's not. But it is nice to see kind of like the change. And I guess these are all like the apps you have open. So now that's neat. So now you just get a button to see all the apps that you have here, which is cool. And then of course you can close stuff if you need to. I'm guessing that means it's open. Or I have those to as a sticky icon down at the bottom, so that way they're quickly accessible, which is cool. You get your back button, you get your home button, you get your recent apps, and it'll bring up all your tabs. And you see, it was kind of like a quick pause before they brought up. That layout's nice. It's cool. If you click up here, I did not say to go away. Let's see, click it again. All right. And then, okay, so I can lock certain apps in here too. That's cool. Now I can click Dex. Now that's actually a needed improvement for Samsung Dex. Before, you had to click on this little button down here to access Samsung Dex over here. To turn Samsung Dex off. And okay, it's down here, right here at the bottom. Now over here, you can click on Samsung Dex, and you can go to Dex Labs, which kind of experiment with certain apps or with all apps. That way you can force Samsung Dex to be able to control the app. You can exit Dex. It'll tell you how to use it, any notices, and then to contact Samsung, of course. So I actually like the fact that this is over here because it's much needed. And let's see, if I hold this, I can close it. Boom, just like that. So any apps that I don't want open, okay. So any apps I don't want open, I can just close them, just like that. What else is open I don't need? Let's see. Close. This is neat. I did not say to bring you up. I said close. I can close my maps. See, like all these unnecessary apps that are open. But this is a perfect opportunity to show you guys in Samsung Dex what happens if you kind of have several apps open. So of course they open up in boxes, which is cool, like a standard or typical laptop format. And I have settings I can bring up. And of course I can drag it and move it. And then I can drag stuff out the way here. And then let's see here. I can bring up my calendar, bring that over here, right? If I want to, I can shrink it, bow, turn on auto sync, yes. You know, if I want that over there, right? And then I can bring up in, I don't know why Wi-Fi is open right now over here. Then I got here. So far, I haven't had any issues. Let's say I want to open YouTube now, and I want to play a quick video here. Let's say, make sure ain't no sound going. I go whoop. So you see, I can have several tabs open right now. I can, of course, enlarge this one, so it still looks clean, right? Click on that, go boom. It hides the taskbar. You can still watch exactly whatever you want to watch. It's clean, right? And then just hit a like. I guess, of course, swipe it away. And then, boom. Oh, if I swipe down, hit down, no issues. So far, so good in terms of, now it's static. So there is somewhat of an issue, and the status bar is missing. So we see that with Android 9 Pie, one of the things that ended up happening here is the status bar went missing. So if I just close all these for now, bow, we're good. This is just, so maybe if I do this, boom, close that, open it back up. SpaghettiOs. So that's an issue we have going on here. So looks like I have to restart the device to get it to come back. Bear with me. Better yet, I'm gonna end the video there. I showed you guys some of the small changes or features that are now within Android 9 Pie on the Galaxy Tab S4. Some of the things that clearly kind of ran into a hiccup here with the update for Samsung Dex anyway. And there's no way to really force it to come back, which sucks. So that's a problem. So hopefully Samsung can fix that with a future update. But outside of that, hope you guys appreciate it. Hope you guys learned something valuable in terms of the Tab S4, the Tab S5e. You know, since they're very similar devices, if you haven't updated already or didn't know, go ahead and update, because it's still good for the tablet side of things. And for Samsung Dex, hopefully it was just one of those hiccups. Okay, so I get, yeah. Wow. Well, you guys got to see on camera firsthand. You guys have a reference now. If Samsung says everything's good, be like, nope. In Versatile's video, Samsung Dex went wacko on him while he was trying to show us how many apps you could try and open. And as you guys saw, I had about 6 or 7. Didn't get no disclaimer down here about needing to close any apps, but the status bar did close on itself. So now that's it. Hope you guys appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Your boy Versatile signing out. And until the next video, y'all still see that fresh cut? Y'all still see that fresh cut? Wait for it.